Midnight Fight Express, a game made by a singular developer named Jacob Dwinnell, offers a look at how to modernize the beat-em-up genre in this lower poly, all-out, brutal action game. Let's talk briefly on the story, as there isn't too much going on here. Babyface, your character, is a sleeper agent who is tasked by a talking drone to stop the pending criminal takeover happening in the city. There is a bit more, as I said, that kind of goes on, but it's not very much, like a couple twists. But honestly, this isn't something you're going to be holding your breath over. Going into the gameplay, this game takes the skill tree approach, allowing you to customize how you want to play. After each level, you gain a skill point to put into any tree of your choosing, so you don't have to just specialize in one or the other. You can mix and match, which is great for experimenting. You're going to be able to grapple enemies, counter weapons, use some moves that deal with tougher enemies. There's a lot going on here, and it is, as I said, really good to experiment with the game, especially with the variety of enemies that you come in contact with. Another level of gameplay comes from each environment having interactable weapons and things to throw, which the enemies may also use. Environments also throw in some dangers, having you make some quick decisions in order to avoid things like trains, for example. You do face off against some bosses, but they do go down very quickly, and for some discourage you from actually engaging in melee combat, making you feel the need to cheese to get to the next level. The difficulty bounces around from time to time. Your first playthrough will be the most difficult since you need to acquire all of the skills. Each level can be completed in around 1 to 3 minutes on average. It does depend on your skill level and adaptability to the enemies / environment on that given level. That's not to say that this game is overly difficult, it's more so on the casual side, and this is coming from a gamer who almost exclusively plays shooter games. The controls work very well with very little error from the game, and it's super fun to pick up going against all of your opponents. The game only stops for when characters go to talk to one another, having you stop and read, unless you're like me and you skip through everything just to get back to the action. The visuals of this game sets itself apart with lower poly characters and environments. The use of lighting per level along with the scenic detail are used to its full potential to make for some great levels to play through. As for the characters, I feel like they fit in with the environments. I'm personally not a big fan of lower poly characters, but with the zoomed out perspective, it makes sense not to waste so much time giving them crazy detail. They look just as fine as they are. The sound design in this game isn't far from excellent. Between your character's hard hits and deep beats in the soundtrack, it goes hand in hand complementing each other over and over again. Not much else to say than they did a wonderful job. As for the replayability of this game, not much to say here except for a resounding yes. Whether replaying a mission for better time, score, unlocking customization, and with how to the point and quick the levels are, on top of the fact that when replaying you can skip cutscenes and dialogue. Plus, with how fun the game is, I know I will be playing the game over and over again. For the overall rating, to me, this game is an 8.8 out of 10. Reasons are the sheer fun that I've had with the game, the diverse levels and settings around the city, the art and sound design are superb, and honestly, I can pick up and play this game whenever and wherever. Like, it's just a really good action game, and it hits that certain sweet spot for me, and I can't describe it. I think it's from how simple it is that it makes you want to learn the other extra moves, which again, are not very hard. It's just not Mortal Kombat, Tekken, or any of those types of games. It is only shy of a 9 because, and these things are subjective, I wish the levels were just, a bit longer. I wish there was more character detail. Again, I know it's a zoomed out perspective and stuff. I'm just someone who you know, is a bit of an art person, so I just like to see it, you know, out front and center, but it's still okay, like I don't hate it. The other thing that mostly impacted it though was the bosses. As I said before, they go down very fast, some of them discouraging melee combat for a beat 'em up. I think that's a straight up no, that's like a cardinal sin. To me, that's the same cardinal sin as playing a shooter game and your shotgun sucks. I am not going to be happy with that person who ever screwed it up. And don't tell me their name, don't ever tell me their name. But on top of that too, the story just, it's kind of there. It's enough of a reason to show why your character is beating the absolute crap out of all these criminals. This game is pretty much Arkham City without being Batman, without free roam, and without his rogue gallery. You're just beating the absolute shit out of these criminals, and you don't even take names, you just beat ass and keep going. That's what I like. I can recommend this game for casual gamers, beat 'em up enthusiasts, and those looking for a non-complicated action game that doesn't take too long to beat, and if you don't really mind the story kind of just being there and not really something super special, then I can recommend this game to you. That is all I have for you all today. I hope everyone has enjoyed the video, and I hope to see y'all next time. This is an Honest Gamer signing off. Peace.